So here we have a Gorgar MPU and driver board set that came in yesterday. So MPU here, we combined all three of the game ROMs into one ROM here at IC14. There's quite a bit of work done here already. These two had already been socketed, as well as the three that are no longer used. But I did replace, I replaced the socket here for AC14, and we cleaned up a bit of alkaline damage that you can't really see anymore. But also it did affect the capacitor here, which is a 0.01 UF capacitor that's been replaced. The 5101, quite a bit of pads were pulled off the backside of the MPU, which resulted in a few of the address lines not being combined together like they should have been. And that resulted in bad memory saved into the NVRAM there. So I went ahead and cleared that, fixed the pins there that are supposed to be connected, and now we have that 100% working. The ground plane here for the battery holder at one point had been pulled, and the through hole was no longer. So what I did is I went ahead and stitched that to the front side of the board and also to the back side of the board. And all that bare copper that you see, that's all been conformal coated. Excuse me. The female 40 pin had already been redone, but I did do the male side of the 40 pin. Moving up here, we went ahead and installed a blinking LED. We swapped out the crystal, swapped out the socket here for the 6808, and then also swapped all of the 0.156 headers here on the board as well. These display headers were quite a bit crusty. And then moving down to the driver board, we went ahead and replaced all of the 0.156 headers here throughout the board, 12 in total. Replaced the 100 UF capacitor here for the filter, and we had, I believe it was this one that this one broke off because it was so loose and just so fragile. This one actually broke off, and this one here was very, very loose. This one here was actually, it wasn't lighting the LED fully, but you could see that it was dimly lit, which obviously that means that transistor was going out. And so we had a total of 3 TIP 102s, which thankfully we were able to pull here from the lamp section, because all 8 of these had been replaced at one point, along with all the resistors. Now the resistor values, these are all correct, but these transistors here were replaced with TIP 102s. These are TIP 42s here in this lamp section, so I was able to reuse 3 of those here from this section, and I've got brand new TIP 42s here and the correct transistors here in the lamp section now. We're also having an issue with switch column 5, which wound up being a bad 7406 here at IC18, so that's been replaced and socketed. And then somebody had already, or actually I think this board may have came out of a System 7, because the switch matrix is already jumpered there like it should be. But I'll go ahead and get this thing powered up, and I've already got it set to free play. See last game played and high score to date, and no coils that are locked on. And we've got the lamp matrix dancing there, and the blinking LED is lit. And we'll go ahead and get it into test. So going through all the digits, so 0 through 9, as you can see, those are all working. And moving down into the lamps, those are all working correctly. And then you'll see the flipper ground enabled click on, which is the cube relay that you see here. But we are going through and testing all 16 of the standard solenoids and into the special solenoids, which these are also switch driven. And those are all working correctly. And moving into the switch test, we're going to go through diagonally through the switch matrix, testing both rows and columns. And here's column 5 that was not working prior. And the last switch in Gorgar is switch 44. So there you are, 100%. And go ahead and reboot it. And like I said, everything is working 100% there for you. So thank you so much for sending it.